Self-doubt has no place in your heart. So in today's video, we are gonna kill it for good. Keep watching. So if you're new here, go ahead and like this video. Let me know that you've struggled with some sort of self-doubt before, and turn on the bell so that it notifies you every time we drop a new video, and go ahead and subscribe because then you'll never miss a beat. All right. So today I've got 3 smoking hot tips that are literally going to kill your self-doubt for good that you can start practicing right after this video is over. The first tip is self-doubt happens when we have a doubt about something. Maybe it's a doubt about ourselves. Maybe we're not confident. Maybe we've read something that has spurred our negative thoughts. Perhaps maybe it's something that somebody has said. Maybe we're not fully sure about ourselves. So the first step is to become a voracious reader. Yes, that's true. You want to be able to surround yourself with books, ideas, ideals, positivity, or self-growth, personal growth books that will keep you head above water when something or someone triggers these negative thoughts that kind of take you down. And it happens to all of us. The thing is you have to really train your mind, whether it's improving your skill set through books and knowledge about the material that you want to get better at, or it's keeping your tools, your back-end tools of positive books that you can actually whip out if you are going into one of those spirals. Now, it's all about consistency, it's all about repetition, and it's all about remembering some of the greats, because the greats have been where you are. Okay, number 2, immediately after watching this video, get off of social media. That's right. And here's why. Social and what I call comparisitis, which means that you are comparing yourself, your journey, where you are, where somebody that's worked really hard or has been going behind the scenes for about 10 years, 5 years, 20 years longer than you have, is potentially way more ahead of you in the game. And you know what? That's okay. That is okay. You are where you are right now, and that's totally fine. And they are where they are right now because they've done some of that work. We're all just on different journeys, but I get it. It does not help when you are comparing your beginning to their middle or their end. So let's stop doing that and just focus on you. Focus on your progress. Focus on where you are at. And you guys, let's face it, it's so not healthy. So whenever I feel like I'm getting into this funk, okay, I tune in to my favorite Beyonce tunes, and I remember how fabulous and fierce I am as I'm eating a bar of dairy-free chocolate. So do some of the things that bring you joy. What are some of the things that actually bring you joy? Is it dancing? Is it running? Is it lifting weights? Is it calling a friend that makes you laugh? Is it listening to a funny tune or song or person on YouTube or a funny show? Whatever it is, make sure you write it down and keep it handy, because these are joy-provoking things. Go ahead and do more of that if you feel like you're starting to have some of that weird funk come along and you're starting to feel self-doubt. All right, the third and final step, this one is crucial. So what I'd love for you to do is grab a pen and paper, because this is important. Now, most of the time, our self-doubt happens subconsciously. Like we've been thinking about something, we've been ruminating about something, and it is literally baked into our subconscious. So something happens and we're triggered. I remember this when I was literally writing my very first book, Emotional Grit. And funny enough, I needed to have emotional grit in my life at that point, because I was having such major self-doubt and all of these things were happening in my head. Now, they were all in my head, but it was about, who am I to write a book? Is this even good enough? There's so many other books like that out there on the market. Who will actually read this book? I mean, the list was long. And you know what I did? And here's what I need you to do. is I literally word vomited, word for word, out on paper, all of these fears that I had that were consuming my mind, that was making me go into self-doubt. Self-doubt about me as a potential author, self-doubt about me doing all of this research for this book, but it was all in my head. And as soon as I wrote it down, as soon as I let it go and I wrote down word for word all of those things on paper, poof. It's not that it vanished, but it made me aware of the craziness that I had in my head. And I was like, but wait a minute, this is not actually true. So once you have your laundry list of all of these fears, just like I had, and I had literally about 15 of them, now what I want you to do is I want you to answer the opposite. So remember I said, well, who am I to write this book? Maybe you write the opposite of that. So why should I be writing this book? And who am I right now, right? So you want to get really specific and switch up. Now take the opposite of what you've written down, because that will be revealing to you how amazing you are and the work that you've actually done, and remembering you and your individual strengths. A lot of times we get crippled by our own self-doubt because we forget what our strengths are. We forget what we've done. We forget about our journey. We forget about our experiences. And nobody has those unique experiences except for you. So this was a powerful, powerful exercise. It still continues to get me tons of emails in my inbox when I share this with my community, and how many people it's helped from different parts of the world and different areas in their career. I'm so sure that this is actually going to help you as well. I'm actually really excited. So go ahead and drop it below in the comments. Which of these tips are you gonna try immediately? And I know self-doubt can be crippling, but know that you got this. And I'm gonna link below my favorite tool that has all of the mental fitness tips that I share inside of our private community daily. So I'm gonna link below in the description so you can get access to our mental fitness guide. If you love this video, go ahead and like it, and I will see you next week.